get to be choosy.
It takes away the struggle, because there's beauty in the struggle. So it's like when you lit on the bus on your way to a party from south to Maine, and everybody's lit on the bus, like it's fun. Like,
I ain't been on a bus that was lit. You would go to parties, man. I would go to class.
The whole bus we turned the fuck up. From south to the shine parties, bro. We had speakers on the bus. We were wilding on the bus. Bus driver had to tell us, yo, chill out. Like we was wilding on the bus. So let's talk about the death of the livelihood of this campus. What's really good with Shine? Like, why are we not taking Shine back? Like, why are there so many others in our spaces?
And why do we have limited spaces?
Why do we have limited spaces? Right. Because I be trying to be in there, and I feel like people pop in and then they pop out. Like, we need to really reclaim that. That was part of what being black in Cuse meant. Was that when you had class in the morning or you had class in the afternoon, you either went to Shine before class, you went to Shine after class, to just be in the mix. And I feel like mad people nowadays, they're not trying to be in the mix. Part of being in the mix is developing a community where you can feel a part of. And a lot of freshmen and sophomore, and maybe I'm not speaking towards what you guys thinking, but I think that a lot of y'all stay to yourself, and when y'all come to parties and y'all getting dubbed at the door, y'all wondering why. Because y'all not involved in the mix, so nobody knows you. So there's no way you're gonna be able to get in, or no way you're gonna be able to make a name for yourself unless you're doing some independent stuff if you're not in the mix.
I definitely agree with you, because I feel like the school isn't giving enough money for like programs to like bring in like people of color, because I know like Posse is like clipped. And like they're just now trying to like cut HEOP, SSS. So like those are the people of color that are coming into the school, and then now I feel like they just stay to themselves. Like the summer start people, they just stay to themselves, and they just don't go out to like the upperclassmen and stuff.
So what do you think our responsibility is as like older students to kind of not make freshmen, but like get them to come out of their bubbles?
So
at the end of the day, like you saw Cuse culture die, is what you're saying. So like while that's on the people that change the culture and let it die, it's also on you because you watched that happen. So like what do you think your responsibility is, or what do you think my responsibility is as a junior, my senior year, to make sure like that won't happen again?
One of the foundations, I think even when I came to campus, is mentorship. I don't think there's necessarily a lot of mentorship that's going on campus anymore. Like when I was a freshman, like there was seniors would connect with freshmen, like just built like whether that was through orgs, outside of orgs, that was just always there. Like you were always building with people outside of your year, and I think people like kind of stay with their friend groups here. And so I think one thing is just going out of your way to meet new people. Like honestly, because I didn't know him till I got here. I didn't know her today. I got here today. Like it's just the fact that I think it's also due to Shine being not necessarily being our Shine is weird because it's technically the student center, but we made it our space. And so the fact that we don't have any official space for like Black and Latino and people of color students to kind of like commune, like it's hard to figure out how can I find fresh students?
Do you think there should be a space?
I think it doesn't have to be an official space, but like it needs to be a place where we can sit down and have like we can have these conversations in Shine Underground, or we can have these conversations in Jabberwocky and reclaim that shit for ourselves. You know what I mean? It's just figuring out, okay, once we do that, how do we get people to show up? Because I think when it comes to freshmen and sophomores, like I feel like the only place I can find out is if I go to BBB, if I go to the Mount. Like sometimes I might have to do that if I want to reach out. Like as upper class, maybe sometimes we gotta go to that. Sometimes you might have to hit a freshman like, yo, you got them free meal swipes? Like let's go grab food and like let you know who you are and build that mentorship. And I think as that progresses, especially while numbers are going down, like you at least put people who have a type of drive, like who are gonna continue that like legacy of.
I know personally, because I'm in Wellesley, so I have a mentor, and she's been great because like she's with me to different people, and even in that program itself, I met so many different people. But also, that being said, I met so many people in my year, not so many people like in different years. So when you talk about like being in the mix and having a certain space, because I've never seen that. Like an established space, so I don't like that opportunity has never really been there. Like I've met upperclassmen through different like orgs that I'm in, like has been said, but there's never been really a space where you could just sit down and you just meet somebody.
So where do you hang out with your friends?
Like probably like in my dorm, like I dorm in Lawrenson. It's like in our dorm, we just hang out with people in our year, because it's like obviously like some of my friends like they've made friend groups like through people in Greek life, like just that they like met at parties by chance and they developed those friendships. But there's not really a space where I'm gonna see seniors and juniors and stuff. It's just not there. Like there's the disconnect there.
And I think
It's funny because Shine was that space.
Shine was dead at that space. Like, no funny shit. Like when I was a freshman, and even when I was a sophomore, you came into Shine. You know the whole left side of Shine is all black. You knew it when you came in. You've seen it, and you was just like, all right, where I'm finna sit. Like who I'm about to be mixing with. I think it'd be best for the campus to take everything that happens in the dorms and bring it outside so more people feel it. Because if people not feeling it, people are going to consistently say, Cuse is dead, Cuse is dead, Cuse is dead. So if y'all trying to really make this shit popping again, if y'all trying to really stamp your authority on campus, make some noise so that the administration can hear the concerns of black students, you need to bring yourselves out of the dorm and back into the spaces where people can see you, point blank period.
So do you feel like connected to your freshman class?
My freshman class is interesting, you know, like some people.
Y'all look clicky as hell.
Yeah, I like notice that. Like when I see upperclassmen, I'm like, y'all cool as hell. But like my class, you know, there's a lot of people who started with summer start, and like they're all with themselves, and then you know, a lot of people are restricted to, you know, just their dorms, so you don't really see a lot of freshmen integrated in like, you know, juniors and seniors or even sophomores like that.
Summer starts.
Yeah, summer start's important. Like,
They supposed to carry the torch. Summer
Yeah,
starts. Like,
fuck with summer start kids. Like they know everything.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know. I came in not knowing people, but like I knew people who were in summer start. And summer start, they start introducing you to more people, and they knew the parties. They knew what the ways were. Like summer start is really like the carrying torch in this area.
And that goes back to them cutting the HEOP and SSS, because I was in summer start and a lot of people were in like 2 of those programs. And like I'd like to see like, do you know how many people were in summer start? There was a lot. Do you know like the numbers or the
Probably
I think it's like 100 and something.
And in addition to that, the school is really interested in becoming like a global university. So like we see a lot of international students coming because the school has committed itself to having more diversity in that sense. And I think it's one of the biggest problems I see is that when the school talks about diversity, they'll say like we have a 25% diverse populace, and they'll include international students, slacks, and
That's how they
Latinos.
get it.
That's how they get it.
That's how they get you.
That's also something that we should address.
Trick or treat, and they didn't give us no treat.
Also, I feel
Trick.
like
Trick over here.
I feel like because Greek life is in shambles
Oh.
for the past couple of years, well, recently I guess, I feel like that's also been, I think, why Cuse has kind of shifted a little bit. I feel like a lot of things have been happening in terms of like the chancellor and like a lot of Greek orgs like basically getting in trouble for
Dying.
whatever reason or not. So it's just hard for us to grow. Like there's not enough of us on campus to have houses to throw the parties for like Cuse to be lit, because right now there's only like what, 2 houses that throw parties. When I was a freshman, I had to pick and choose which one I wanted to go to.
Like 3 function one night. You gotta
Right.
figure out.
I think as generations have progressed at this university, everyone is being a little bit more selfish with their own time. And I think that's translating itself to, oh, I got a quiz on Thursday, so I'm not going out on Tuesday. Motherfucker, stop that. Because you could definitely study on Wednesday and get a good grade. You just being a little bitch and you want to go the fuck out. Like, cut that shit the fuck out. No funny shit. No funny shit, because the whole 4 years I've been going here, I'm going to keep it a stack. My GPA has never been over a 3.4 or 3.5. But my GPA has also never been terrible. It's because I know that I came to a university 4 hours away from my house because I said I want to have a college experience. And that college experience consists of joining a fraternity, thank you, going to a great school, but also partying my fucking ass off, because this is the only 4 years of my life that I'm going to get to do that shit.
At the same time though, like, I think especially speaking for like my class, I feel like the junior class is very, even though like we don't go out a lot, I feel like a lot of us are very committed to something, very passionate about like
That's true.
something.
That's
So
very true.
while the Cuse culture is like dying in the sense that people aren't going out, I think it's important that we as students respect the fact that there's people out here eating.
We need to bring back Struggle Slocum, Lusty Lambert, all that shit. 'Cause
South,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
North and
it's
South
not-
gonna be throwing shit.
We gotta like people at Cuse gotta realize it's not always seniors throwing parties. Like that gotta throw the parties
Yeah,
to make
that's a
Cuse
fact.
lit. Like
That's
Thursday
how sophomores
nights,
get your juice.
yeah, sophomores. Thursday nights were always sophomores. Like Lusty Lambert,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's-
Like first, what y'all live on South Campus, like have parties, like enjoy that shit.
Don't worry about DPS.
Right.
DPS always gonna suck dick.
Right.
Period.
Right, they gonna shut everything down.
They're gonna shut it down.
At least
Regardless,
start, at least start the party.
Start it back up.
Regardless.
Just go to a different apartment. They gonna. It ain't hurt.